I don't like the relationship between my husband and his work wife, and neither does her partner. English is not my first language. I just want to put it out there because I see how you people are brutal when grammar is bad. I'm a beautician, female 35, married to an engineer, male 34. He is very intelligent and I'm always proud of him. He has a colleague who is also very intelligent, female 31. Obviously that he is close to. Before the events that led me to this moment of seeking help online, I never had any reason to be uncomfortable about his relationship with her. I always felt secure in our relationship. We're both independent people who would just leave if we weren't happy together. We've been together for 5 years, married for 1.5. My husband and I were on a 3-day trip with my husband's colleagues, a tradition at his work every autumn. We came home yesterday morning. I had a bad taste in my mouth after this trip. It felt like me and the colleague's partner, male 35-ish, were the third and fourth wheel to my husband and his colleague during the entire trip. During dinner, the second night, I was sitting silently playing with my food after almost 2 days of being ignored. The partner was also silent at first, but we started talking a bit, asking each other generic questions. The colleague, who was in a very loud argument with my husband, more of a back and forth teasing, suddenly turned around and asked what we two, partner and me, were up to talking quietly. Her partner said that we're just getting to know each other since they, husband and colleague, were too busy talking about things we knew nothing about. The colleague laughed and said, "What could we discuss with you? Makeup and Kim Kardashian?" And she nodded towards me. "We have more intelligent things to discuss." I was dumbfounded. I guess because I'm a beautician, I can only discuss Kim Kardashian. I mean, any outsider to any profession would be dumb listening into two people discussing work-related subjects. They could have been as ignorant if I was talking to my co-worker about our job. My husband just laughed and the partner said, "That's rude." I said nothing because I had distaste for the whole situation. On the last day of the trip, I spent most of my time with the partner. I ignored the other two. Yesterday evening, the partner DM'd me and wanted to talk about our significant others. He said that he has been feeling uncomfortable about his girlfriend's relationship with my husband and that he went through her messages. He sent me screens where my husband and his colleague are basically calling me stupid and shallow and laugh about it. Well, mostly the colleagues saying mean things and my husband laughing and adding in. Sometimes he would say things like, "No, I love her," about me, and she would answer, "You only like banging hot dumb chicks," and they laugh. When the texts aren't about my stupidity, they're about work, and in one of them, my husband wrote, "I love your brain," to her. I started crying when I saw the screenshots. Never have I ever felt so self-conscious about my brains or profession. I love my job and I thought my husband loved it too, or at least didn't have this disdain for it. I've been my own boss for over 10 years and I make close to 6 figures. I never thought myself as a dumb person. I like to think that I'm fairly well informed and I have passion for history, languages, cultures, etc. But yes, I'm not an engineer working on some design for artificial hearts. Still, the text complimenting the colleague hurt me more than the ones making fun of me. I don't know why. I think my husband and his colleague are out of line at best and, well, probably screwing. I still don't know what to do. The last thing I want to be is the insecure wife. If he isn't happy with me, why is he here? P.S. I wrote this post last night and fell asleep afterwards. This morning I just went to work. OMG, guys. Thank you so much for the support and the beautiful words. I will try to read all of your comments and messages. I just wanted to make this edit to explain why I haven't answered any of you. I'm sorry and thank you. I will talk to my husband tonight or maybe tomorrow. I will make an update about my situation. Update. I don't like the relationship between my husband and his work wife, and neither does her partner. Sorry I didn't come back earlier to make an update. I was mentally exhausted and of course busy discussing Kim K. Anyway, I want to apologise for not answering your messages because I got over 200 asking for updates. I really hope you can find this. I have talked to my husband. I just told him that I have talked to workwife's BF and showed him the messages I was sent. My husband asked me why her BF was spying on his girlfriend, and I told him that it was because he didn't like the way things went down on the trip. I told him how I too was very uncomfortable. He was very confused and told me that workwife obviously was jealous and that I shouldn't care about her. I told him that it didn't bother me as much as the fact that he was fine. No, amused by her attempts to bring me down the entire time. So much, in fact, that her BF was so uncomfortable that he went through her phone. I also asked him why he was letting her trash talk me in their texts. Again, he insisted that he just felt that she was pretty and jealous and didn't want to stoop to her level. He said that I did the same when I ignored her rudeness, and he thought that was the classy thing to do. I asked him why she was doing this. Was there anything between them, and to please tell me now before it got more complicated. He said of course not, and if there was something from her end, then that wasn't his problem because he loved me, and so on and so forth. I asked him about him loving her brain, and he said it was strictly about something work related and offered to show me the conversation. Next day, I was brooding, so he came to me, kissed me and apologised and told me I was right and that he was being stupid and never thought about it as disrespect, but some female jealousy that he thought was pitiful and beneath him. He promised to do better. I told him that if somebody was trashing you like this in front of me, no matter how petty their reasons were or how pathetic I thought they were, I would have hated them and never wanted them in my life. Unfortunately, I started crying then, and he told me that he was so sorry. That was on Sunday. Yesterday, the boyfriend called me again and we talked. We had decided to talk after confronting our significant others. Their conversation was worse, and workwife admitted to her boyfriend that she had feelings for my husband, and she suspected that my husband had feelings for her too. They have kissed at the summer work party. I showed my husband the screenshots when he got home. He started to freak out, telling me that yes, she did kiss him, and he rebuffed her and told her that he wasn't interested. That was when she got nastier towards me. So you knew she had a thing for you, and he said yes. I asked him to show me his phone, and he had deleted his conversations with her. He said it was because he was embarrassed. He didn't tell me when the kiss happened, and now he was afraid I would think it was more than what it was. I asked him to move out, and he is currently at his mother's. He kept saying that there's nothing between them, that he loves me and would never cheat on me, that he will make her come clean to me, that he will quit his job and never see her again. I'm just so brokenhearted right now, and all I want to do is cry. Thank you for listening. I needed this. Edit. Maybe I should have mentioned that he also told me he could prove that it was she who came onto him because it happened in the office cafeteria and there are surveillance cameras, and that he could request the clip from that day. I don't know why I didn't include it. Maybe because who kissed who doesn't really change how I feel about the whole ordeal. Update 2. I don't like the relationship between my husband and his work wife, and neither does her partner. I don't feel comfortable making a new update on the True sub because honestly, I'm embarrassed that I'm taking so much of your attention. Writing, however, has helped me a lot, like it's therapy. My husband showed up at my work today. He has contacted the boyfriend, apologized to him, and asked him to forward all the texts between him and work wife. He printed them and gave me everything. Over a year's worth of texting. He told me when workwife confessed to her boyfriend, she sent the text about admitting the kiss to her boyfriend. The text I got a screenshot of. My husband panicked and deleted the whole conversation, but now he got everything from the boyfriend and I could read it. He also brought a picture with him of him when he was young, 12, 13-ish, with a girl. He said he searched this picture. Now he's living with his mum. He told me that it was his favourite cousin and that she committed suicide when they were 16. She was bullied severely. I never heard my husband talk about this cousin. I know of her from his family, but never that they were close or that her death devastated him. He said that he still wasn't ready to discuss her, but that now he needed to. He admitted that when Workwife started working for them August 2021, he immediately bonded with her because she reminded him of his cousin. Both goofy, funny, and extremely intelligent. They even looked alike a little. Kinda true. The bond got stronger when Workwife told him about her tough childhood and how she was bullied throughout school, how she suffered and contemplated suicide. My husband said that he felt like he got his cousin back. Workwife knew that my husband was married, newlywed actually, and it didn't seem to be a problem for her in the beginning. He admitted that he sensed that she was falling for him very soon, but that he never really confronted her about it because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. When she saw me in a picture, she got very angry with him and said that she was very disappointed in him. I looked the type that would bully people like her and my husband in high school. She was disappointed and asked him what he saw in me. He told her that he loved me, but she was sour afterwards, accusing him of being shallow. He asked her to give me a chance at the Christmas party. She didn't change her opinion, however. He wasn't bothered that she disliked me because he thought that she was jealous. He knew that she was decided on not giving me a chance, and that was fine with him. He thought that this will be one of the things they will have to disagree on. He is adamant that he never kissed her back, and he is adamant about getting the recordings of that party. He said he pushed her, and after the party, he had a fight with her about boundaries and confronted her about her feelings. He told her they could no longer be friends now that she crossed the line. We went on a 5-week vacation the day after that party, and he said that if I read the text from that time, I would find that she apologized several times asking for forgiveness, begging him not to ditch her as a friend. After summer, their relationship was strained, but they eventually became closer again. He said he doesn't know why he felt like she needed him in her life, like she needed his protection. He always thought about being put in harm's way, and he couldn't stand the thought. He swore it was never romantic or sexual. He admitted that he loved her like a friend, or like if his cousin was still around. He told me that he has handed in his resignation and will be seeking new jobs. He realised that he has to let Workwife go. He admitted that he even now is worried about her. She is losing both her boyfriend and him, but that he needs to remind himself that she is a grown-up woman and not his 16-year-old cousin. She'll be fine. And about my fears that he loves me for how I look. He said that he is sorry if he ever made me feel that way, and that is far from the truth. When he thinks about us, he sees us growing old together, and that prospect fills his heart with more love and joy. The OP also mentioned in one of the comments that she did actually see the recording, and it does look like he backs off and looks really angry, and he left and she ran after him. The OP did add one more update, which I didn't include in the video because it didn't really add too much. All it said is that she's not sure about her feelings towards her husband anymore. She said she does still love him, but she pretty much just can't get over what that woman said about her looking the type to bully them in school. So that was pretty much all she said in that update, so I didn't really think it was necessary to include. If you did like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.